Chris's espresso there in the third quarter tonight?
It kicks in a little bit later, yes.
You see the guy, a role player on a heater like he's been on for the last 4 games. In fact, the Knicks game, I guess, has been great.
He's been playing great. I'm telling you, like, he's such a professional. He comes to work every day, brings a lot of energy to our practices. He's been around. His voice is very important with the team as well, and I'm really happy for him when he plays the way he played tonight.
You really got Scotty in a lot of physical mismatches tonight in the paint. Does that take advantage of size advantage he had over basically every defender they had?
That's right. We're really developing something with Scotty, with his post-ups and closer to the rim, and he's getting good looks there, but also he's playmaking from those positions really well. Now it's about timing and how do we get better spacing, how to provide him enough space, but also for other guys to be able to play off of him.
Towards the end of the game, it looked like you were putting whatever action Curry was in was what you guys went with. How hard is it to decide whether you're going with your best player or whether you're trying to find a player on the floor that you want to kind of attack, making that decision?
Yes, we found over the course of the game that was something that was working for us, and we just continued, trying to go to the same action, and we created different opportunities through that. That's something that really helped us tonight, and guys did a really good job of being organized, being patient, and communicating and finding those opportunities.
Jamal's been shooting the three ball really well recently. Is there anything that you're seeing that he's doing differently, or is it just a matter of reps?
He's putting a lot of work in. He's one of the guys that gets most shots in our gym. He's really diligent about the work, and we believe in his shot. We trust his shot. So it's good to see that he's making those in games as well.
His shot selection's been pretty good all year in that. Like, he doesn't pass up a lot of them. He's taking the clean looks that he should be taking. How important is that, like, even when they're not going in, just like that process for somebody that's looking to add the jump shot as a bigger part of his repertoire?
Absolutely, you're hitting it on a nail. It's very important, for him, but for everybody else. I thought that over the course of the game tonight, we had a bunch of wide open looks that we need to take. Some of those we made, some of those we did not, and that's something that we gotta be willing to live with, because we know how much work every player puts in, and we believe in those guys. So it was great to see that Jamal's shots fall down as well tonight.
You guys haven't had a lot of close wins all year. To sort of validate all the work you put in to get one down the stretch and execute well in the last 2 minutes to win?
I mean, we did really good job there in the fourth quarter. We kept them to 23 points, and I keep talking about the importance of defense down the stretch, that you need to be able to get stops. Different guys stepped up at different parts of the game. I thought that Davion did a really good job over the course of the game guarding Steph Curry. I thought that at the end, Ochai gave us some different look with a little bit bigger body on him and more size there. Ochai had a couple of really big time blocks around the rim as well. And I cannot, praise enough how much small stuff Yak does for us. Yakov is he was hovering the whole paint tonight, helping everybody else, not allowing those guys to score easy. They scored 26 points in the paint, and big part of that is Yak and his defense.
What's it like trying to coach and defend against Steph Curry?
Doing my best. Steph Curry is a player it's a privilege for all of us to live in an era and to work in this era in NBA when he is playing. I just told my coaching staff, I've been playing against him for a long, long time. I can't wait for him to retire. I'm going to get drunk that night. I promise you that. I'm going to celebrate.
Coach, what does a win like this do to shape your team's confidence, especially going into Boston next?
Every win is important for us. It just validates all the work that guys are putting in. We're not going to change. We're going to have the same approach game in and game out. We want to be able to compete against anybody every single night and to continue to grow and to have that in mind, what we're trying to achieve, and then to develop our guys.
Didn't execute very well. Weren't disciplined enough, and that's my fault. I'm the coach of the team. I have to find a way to help this team. And I'm not doing a good job of that. We're, down the stretch, we're not executing. And, but that's happening throughout the game at both ends. Missed rotations, missed coverages on defense, and then poor possessions offensively. It's on me.
You've had some frustrating nights recently.
This is as frustrating a night as we've had all season for me. This game was right there for us to win, and we let them get right back in it. Again, it's lack of discipline in our coverages defensively, in our offensive execution, and I'm the coach, so it's my fault.
What were you looking for on the last second play call? What was supposed to happen?
Well, we had two options, Steph and Buddy, and obviously they know we need a three, so they did a good job of covering up both Steph and Buddy, and we couldn't really get much of a look.
Coach, yes, Steph Curry is on ball and off the ball. He's facing a lot of pressure when he's being defended right now. You as a coach, what are you trying to take pressure off of him?
Well, we have a lot of off-ball stuff that we run, and when he's being guarded like that, we like having him set screens, and so we should be able to free other people up, and then that should loosen the defense up, and that's where he can start moving after the screen, after the play.
This is a tough one to ask right now this time, but I'm just wondering if you remember, this is the 30th year of the Raptors, and if you have any memories.
If I what?
If you remember at all, 30 years ago, one of the 10 losses by the Bulls was in Toronto. Just remember, if you have any memories of that at all? That's the one MJ rimmed out the shot at the end.
30 years ago.
Always a tough one.
And you maybe call me next week. Now's a tough time to answer that question, as you said. I'm happy to. You talk to Raymond, and I'm happy to answer that.
With Buddy, I mean, how much of this is about him just getting hot at some point, or I don't know. What do you see with him offensively?
Yeah, he's had some good looks, and he's a great shooter. We know that, and I think he's pressing a little bit. I think all our guys are pressing because they know our margin for error is slim, and so he's just pressing. But I trust him. I mean, I put him in the last play because I believe that he's always going to make the next shot. And he gives us spacing, even when he's not making shots. He gives us spacing. People respect him. They guard him, and he opens up the floor. So I'm going to keep playing him. I'm going to keep trusting him.
You mentioned some of the defensive coverage breakdowns. In particular, what do you feel like was
the guard-to-guard switches at the top? They beat us down the stretch. Some stunt and falls where we want to give them a wing three instead of a corner three. I think Boucher got one from the corner that got him going. I think some late switches, on their curls. We messed up a bunch of them, and so those are things we've got to practice and reemphasize. And again, I'm the coach, so I've got to do a better job. We're not disciplined enough to win these close games, and every game's going to be close right now. We play probably more close games than anybody in the league, and so we have to win in the margins. We're not winning in the margins, and that's coaching.
You were winning a lot of close games earlier in the season. Is it possible for a team to lose discipline over the course of the season?
Yeah, and that's what practice is for, and that's where you watch film and touch up on the things you got to do better, and so that's what we'll do.
I know it's a long season, but falling below 500 for the first
sucks.
Time this year.
It sucks. I don't like falling below 500, but here we are, so we got to do better. Thanks.